talk about warming up, cooling down, and why you need to do both. So, two major reasons why you need to do both. I'm just going to give them to you right off the bat. Injury prevention, number one, and number two, performance. So, we'll start with a warm-up. What is a warm-up? Again, a warm-up is just getting your muscles ready to do whatever activity you're about to do, whether that's going to run a half marathon, mowing your lawn, playing with the kids, etc. You want to make sure your muscles are nice and loose. Think of them as a rubber band. If you put a rubber band out in the cold or you put it in the freezer and then try to stretch it out as much as you can, you're probably going to break it, kind of like a muscle strain. That's what we want to prevent. We want to warm up those muscles, make sure they're nice and loose and pliable and can let you move through the motions that you need to without any problems. So, there's two types of warm-ups I'm going to touch on briefly. The first is a general warm-up, and these principles apply to anything, like I said, yard work, picking up the kids and swinging them around at the park, running, lifting weights, playing sports, any of that. So for a general warm-up, you just basically want to start by bringing your heart rate up. You can start that with any activity. You can start with a brisk walk, a slow jog. If you're going to go run it at a slower pace. If you're going to go mow the lawn, walk slowly around the yard a few times. Just kind of get loose, get that heart rate up, get the blood pumping to the muscles. After that, you're going to start some stretching. So the first set of stretching is dynamic stretching. So the key with these are they're going to be shorter holds. Again, we want to get the muscles nice and loose. You're going to stretch for each one about 5 or 6 times or so, and you're going to hold each one for about 5 to 6 seconds. These are short holds, pretty quick stretches. A lot of people say they hate stretching, but I guarantee you hate being injured even more. So we'll get them out of the way nice and fast. After that, we're going to go into your specific warm-up, and that applies more to some sporting activities. If you're going to go play basketball after your general warm-up, when your heart rate's still up, get a few jump shots in, get a few basketball-related activities in. If you're going to play with the kids, maybe if you're going to squat down and pick them up, do a few extra squats down. Things like that. You want to mimic the activity you're doing with a little bit less intensity. While your muscles are still loose, you're prepping them to do what you really want to do. So, cool down. Important things to focus on with the cool down are bringing the heart rate back down to where you started at. You want to focus on bringing your heart rate back down, and again, we're going to focus on your flexibility now. So, you're going to stretch again. You'll start your cool down with either a slow jog, slowly walk down. You can walk for 5, 10, 15 minutes if you need. Whatever you need to kind of catch your breath, take a few deep breaths, and kind of take yourself back to where you started. At the end of your cool down, you should feel more relaxed than you were during the beginning of your exercise. Maybe not right before you started warming up, but pretty close to that. After that, we'll do some static stretching. These will hold about 3 to 4 times, and they'll be about 20 seconds in duration. Now, dynamic stretching, quick, fast, helps get you loose. Static stretching is what's going to show you long-term gains in your flexibility. So if you're really saying, hey, I got a little bit looser after I stretched my hamstrings in the beginning, but I'm kind of, feeling tight throughout the day, you really need to focus on your cooling down and in your static stretching, because that's what's going to help you days, weeks, months down the line. If you need to come in and speak to someone about a more specific warm-up and specific stretches and things you can do to help yourself, come on down to Loudon Sports Therapy Center. You can either click the link below or call the number at the bottom of the screen, and we'll be happy to help you.